Let's begin tonight with the terror plot charges filed against a former soldier accused of planning a mass shooting at an army base in Warren on behalf of ISIS. Good evening and welcome to 7 News Detroit at 11. I'm Carolyn Clifford. Federal officials say the plan was a year in the making. Cameras were rolling as the FBI and state police raided his home in Melvindale. The suspect was arrested and is now locked up. He is facing 40 years in prison. 7 News Detroit reporter Rudolph Sinaida is at the federal courthouse downtown with how the plan was stopped and the shockwaves this is sending throughout the community.
An intricate plan by a former soldier to allegedly carry out a mass casualty event. But maybe no one is more surprised by this news than the community that he's a part of.
You know, it's abnormal. You know, it's not something that, we expected.
Melvindale City Councilman Salim Abwali says the entire community is shocked over the allegations that 19-year-old resident Ammar Abdulmajid-Mohamed Said made deliberate plans to conduct a mass shooting at the U.S. Army's Tank Automotive and Armaments Command, or TACOM, in Warren. Abwali knows the Said family well and says there were never any red flags.
The father is a great man. He gave me a lot of good advices. And the kid himself is very well behaved.
Federal prosecutors say Said informed 2 undercover law enforcement officers under the guise of ISIS supporters of his drawn-out plan, which included flying drones over the base, making Molotov cocktails, and live streaming the assault.
In my 25 years in the FBI, I didn't see a lot of drone activity and preparation work. So he clearly had a lot of thought and planning into this potential attack.
Said's home in Melvindale was recently raided, and he was arrested on the day of the planned attack Tuesday. Neighbors and former friends say they never saw Said show any sort of allegiance to ISIS.
He was a nice guy. Never expected it. If I were to probably choose any Melvindale person I know, he would be the last one.
Charges include providing material support to ISIS and distribution of info tied to a destructive device. Federal prosecutors say the former Michigan Army National Guard member actually joined the military to better inform himself on the best form of attack. Those that used to work at the base, like Corinne Forrest, say that part of the evidence is extremely troublesome.
It just goes to show, I guess, that anyone can be radicalized.
Meanwhile, others in the community just want to make it clear that these allegations are no excuse to open the door to racial stereotypes about Muslims and ISIS.
He represents himself only. He doesn't represent, the whole community.
Said was here at federal court on Wednesday, and he faces up to 40 years in prison if convicted. In downtown Detroit, I'm Rudolph Sinaida, 7 News Detroit.
Thank you so much, Ruda. We want you to stay with 7 News Detroit on air and online as we continue to follow this disturbing case. We will certainly bring you the latest developments as they become available.